Hello everyone, I Nidhi Chiller, Additional Director, Lexpeeps, welcomes you all to the interview series with Lexpeeps. Today, present with me is Advocate Abhay Gupta. Sir is an associate at Kapoor and Company. He is a young and energetic personality who loves punctuality and dedication towards his work. He has a good experience of drafting special leave petitions, writ petitions, playing for different civil suits, and handling few criminal cases, etc. During his fourth year in law school, he founded an organization namely Law Consult with an aim and objective to help the poor and needy. Hello, sir. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak
Uh,
with you all, connect you all.
My
Okay.
first question to you is that you are a first generation lawyer with a decent experience in the field of litigation. How would you describe your journey as a lawyer?
Right now, it has been a year since I've been in practice, and this 1 year is literally, if I speak, litigation is very addictive. Our director, sir, in our college used to say that law is a jealous mistress. Right now, I came to understand why he used to say that law is a jealous mistress. Once you are in law will never allow you to leave this profession. On the other hand, that feeling of proudness when you represent your client and you get some relief for them is something you can't get in other professions. Though I'm not saying that other professions are not good, but basically, properly, categorically, in our law field, in our law profession, if we'll talk, then it's much addictive, a satisfactory profession where you can do something for the society. And during last 1 year, I've come across many cases, many practical aspects. What I have main thing which I have come across, that theoretical knowledge which we gain throughout our college years, and then entering into a practical aspect after completing your BA, LLB, or LLB is totally different. Though it helps a lot, though it helps a lot to understand the law, but applicability of law is totally different. It comes with many ups and downs which you have to. I, particularly being a first generation lawyer, and there are many things which you need to face. We are not in here in a profession with a silver spoon or everything in our platter. We need to maintain and manage everything on our own, as it's very evident that in our profession we are not paid much in the initial days. So at the later stage, as soon as you gain some experience, you earn something good. But right now, something in the last 1 year, I have learned a lot. When I look back for the continuous 1 year, that what I have done, and when I look back to see that what I was a year before and now, it seems that I have gained a lot in terms of knowing. Though law is a vast field like a sea, there is no end to learn. But to some extent, it seems that okay, I have learned something. There are a lot to learn, and there is a high competition. Nothing can replace the hard work towards your profession, and dedication towards your profession is the only rule that you can succeed in our profession. And one more thing, what I have observed, if you have some quality to your work, then obviously people will ask you. That's it. This is a small introduction for my 1 year, whatever experience I have. And conclusively, I like to say that hard work pays off. Be it now, be it later, for you, it will pay off. That's it.
Indeed, very motivating, sir. My next question to you is what has been the most memorable case you have handled so far?
Most memorable case, if you will ask me, then there are quite cases. But uh, if I'll just quote you one case, it was regarding 420. Our client was taken away, picked up by police officials of New Delhi Police Station, Barakamba Road. I should not name them. But what happened that we went there. My sir, senior Gurmeet Singh, sir, went there, and he was there throughout throughout 2 or 3 hours. He wanted to meet his client, but the police officials didn't allow. And in the whole scenario, in the whole case, what happened is the police officials were asking bribe from us, and then it went to that extent that our client was harassed. Finally, we took some steps. There were many major fault on the part of the police officials, and the rules and guidelines are not being followed by the police officials. What we did, we pointed out each and everything. We filed this application, that application before Patiala House Court Magistrate, this that. Finally, a high level inquiry was initiated against the police officials for the offense of asking bribery and all those things. And the DCP conducted this investigation and forwarded the report to the magistrate. And finally, those of police officials who were suspended, I won't name the police official, but those were suspended. And it was a total 2 to 3 months we were just running behind that particular case. And that case gave me a insight of the law and how the law works. Though it was my initial years only, initial months of entering into this practice. So it gave me an insight of how the law works and how the police system works. And second case, so I would like to mention that about I was working with the Standing Council of DD and Supreme Court of India, and at that time, it was something around September, I think, that in Tughlakabad, Ravidas temple was being demolished by the DDA. In that particular case, the Supreme Court directed the DDA to file that on the what are the things going on. DDA was represented by ma'am, though as she is the standing counsel, and in that particular case, KK Venugopal, our Attorney General, was also being asked to assist the court. In that matter, I went up with my ma'am to brief KK Venugopal sir, and whatever interaction I had there was much enriching. Well, totally, these things give you an insight that how the law works. It is totally different. Being in a law school, it's very difficult to understand that how the law works. Once you enter into a practical aspect, you come to know that okay, it is totally different than what we have read in the schools and colleges. So these are the two cases that I would like to remember in my first year of practice. Yes.
All right, sir, since we have been talking that law is entirely different on the field, so my next question is what, according to you, are some of the skills that are required to succeed as a litigator?
Firstly, I would like to mention what my mentor taught me. He said that when you are entering into litigation, you need to be a thick skinned person. You need to have patience. You need to be a thick skinned person. You need to have patience. You need to be a hardworking person. Don't run after money in your initial days. Ultimately, if you are a hardworking person and if you are genuine towards your work, it will surely pay off. The first quality which I'll say that hard work, consistency. What one more thing important is that what nowadays what people do, they try to find out shortcuts. But to me, I'll repeat whatever our seniors say, that there is nothing called shortcut. At least in our profession, you need to do hard work. You need to know how to research. Well researched paper and well researched petition goes too far. While you are filing a petition, it should be well researched case laws. It should be supported with perfect case laws which are in your favor. You need to know what is the real meaning of the hard work. You need to know how in which direction to do the hard work. That's why we say that okay, write some research paper, do some research in our law schools, because ultimately that teaches how to write, how to do research in a particular proposition is given. Though theoretical and practical is a bit different, once you deal with the practical aspects, you come to know that okay, you need to utilize your brain. You need to think out of the box. One word, if I'll say, you need to be out of the box. You can't think like normal people. If a given scenario, if a given case you come across, you being a lawyer and the other person being a normal person, the perspective of seeing that particular case would be different for you being a lawyer and that person being a normal person. And you need to think out of the box. Okay, what else you can do this? Because law is something, it keeps on evolving. It's not something that if it's constant, it has been written. It keeps on evolving according to time. If you are thinking out of the law, if you can interpret in your way according to the society and the needs of the society, then obviously it will be in your favor. So ultimately, thinking out of the box, hard work, being consistent towards your work, being very honest towards your profession. These are some traits, and do not run for money. Be very patient. You'll get everything accordingly if you are hard work, and hard work surely pays off, be it now or later on.
All right, so my next question is what are some of the things that a litigator should avoid during his initial years of practice? As you earlier told that you should not run after money, what are some other things
Ha!
that you
First thing, we should not run after money. Second thing, what people do, I have seen people that once they join an office, they'll just be there for 4 to 5 days, and they'll say that okay, man, I can't adjust here, and then they shift to some other places. The first thing which they should avoid shifting such places. Be there, have some patience, observe things, learn. If you are capable to learn, if you are eager to learn, you can learn everywhere. First thing which I'll recommend people, I also did some same mistake. Because I've done some that mistake, I recommend people not to do that mistake. Don't keep on switching from one page to another. Make a base, learn things, and then if you think that okay, these are the things that I have learned from here and it's time to jump to another firm or to another office, then it's very okay. But primarily, we should not run after money. We should not keep switching the offices and law down these. And the third thing which I'll say, that primarily we should try to abstain our personal life, because being a lawyer you need to be 24/7 on duty, be it research work, be it drafting, be it running your mind that okay, what should be done in this particular case, what should be done in that particular case. You need to be very active. For the first few years, you your profession demands 100% concentration from you if you want to succeed. These are the things which I'll recommend to people. Don't get involved in shitty things. Don't get, because law comes with power. When a fresh law graduate enters into this profession, they think themselves to be a person who have some respectful place in the society, and this, for them, they consider that they are having some power. And when we say power corrupts, this also goes with lawyers that who are entering. We should keep in mind that law comes with power, but nobody is above the law. We should keep always this in mind, and we should not go beyond the law. We should not misuse the laws which we have learned. We should not be that much energetic in a negative way, so that we just utilize these laws and these power which we get in a negative manner. Be energetic in a positive manner. Do whatever best you can do for the society. Take pro bono case, assist people, give free legal advices. On what else I would also like to recommend, while you are while you are in the first year of your profession, many people will come for legal advice. Never give any wrong legal advice. If you don't know about that, just let them know. Sir, I'll give me 2 days. I'll research about this. I'll talk to my seniors and I'll surely come back to you. What people do, they are in a hurry. They don't want their name to get spoiled. Because they are fresh lawyer, energetic lawyers, they just give wrong advice. I have come across many people who are suffering from such advices. So I just recommend people not to do such things when they are entering in the first year of the first day of the profession. Be a lawyer, be a learner. Lawyer is a learner always, 24 into 7, throughout his life. I just keep this in mind. Lawyer is a learner. That's it.
Very well said,
Thank you.
sir. In the wake of COVID-19, courts have started functioning virtually. So, are
Yes.
virtual courts a better alternative to the traditional courts?
No. Virtual court can never take place what traditional practice was. Personally, I have my personal experience. I have argued 5 to 6 writ petitions, and before the district judge. Also, there was an injunction petition before the district judge. I've argued that also virtually. What I have felt that you can't feel the charm of litigation while arguing virtually. You can't connect one on one to with the judge while arguing virtually. You can't keep your point. You are not satisfied at the end of the day with your work. When you go to bed, you can't feel that okay, I've done something for my client. Because connecting one to one with a judge, with the bench, is the most important thing. And that passion which you feel while standing before the bench and arguing your petition or arguing your case is something very different. The whole scenario and the whole environment is something different. So that it's very difficult while arguing before a court in a video conference and virtually. Though the courts are doing, the judiciary is playing an important role to safeguard the fundamental right during the COVID-19. Virtually, it's also working. And the sideline, yes, it should go on like this also, because to some extent, it's helping people to some extent. Because if I'm having a matter in a Mumbai, that doesn't mean I'll have to travel to Mumbai. Sitting here in Jamshedpur or sitting in Delhi, what I can do, I can manage in Delhi also. I can manage in Jamshedpur also, I can manage Mumbai also. It should go side by side, but it it can never take whatever the traditional practice was. Even yesterday, I was reading a case. Senior Advocate Dave, Mr. Dave, said before this Honorable Supreme Court that, my Lordship, with my joining hands, I plead you, kindly open the physical hearing of the court. Though hopefully we are of the view that within 2 or 3 weeks or a month, physical hearings will be resumed. That's
Well explained, sir. My next question is related to the students, being I am also a student. So, students in law schools are more inclined towards getting good grades. So, do grades really matter in the long run?
See, your question I would like to divide into two parts. Do grades matter? Do grades matter in the long run? Right? Let's answer first. Do grades matter? I personally say grades don't matter. Huh? While getting a placement, obviously grades matter, but not only grades. I have seen many bookworms. They can get good grades, but having knowledge and expressing knowledge are two different things. If I if I say that I have a knowledge, but having a knowledge and imparting knowledge are two different ways. Same goes with having a knowledge and executing whatever comes with that knowledge. Knowing the law is not the only thing which comes with practice of law. How you will implement the law, how you will present the law, how you will convince the court are also the factors. Okay, you can get 9 out of 10. That's pretty good. But in the long run, what a profession demands? It demands confidence. It demands how you can implement the laws which you have learned. It demands your power to convince the court. It demands your power to interpret the law. It demands your power to think out of the box. These, obviously, when you are having good grades, I will presume that you are good in studies, you have studied law. But with those laws, I'll just say these things are must, not only grades work. For the initial days, for getting placement, prima facie, it gives a very good impression. But if you'll talk to me for 30 minutes, I'll say that let your grades go to hell. I can judge you in this prima facie. I can't judge you completely whether you are beneficial for my firm or not. I'll come to know. And now comes to the second question, whether in the long run grades are of use. I'll say no, not at all. Nobody goes and asks to Siddharth Luthra, sir, yes, sir, what was your grade in your high school? What was your grade in your law school? Nobody asked to my senior that, okay, sir, what is. In this last 1 year, nobody even asked to me that what was my grade in law school. So basically, in long run, trust me, nothing matters. What matters is how you work, how well you think out of the box, what is your level of dedication towards your profession, and how honest you are, to be very frank. That's it.
Truly put, sir. Sir, you yourself have participated in various moot and debate competitions during your law school. So, do participation in extracurricular activities like mooting and debating have any significant impact on your career?
Very well, very good question. And this is something, yes, I'll answer this as a yes affirmative, because what happened when you are participating in a move court, I'll say that you, to some extent, you come across to a similar case, similar situation, which we are dealing in a practical situation and in a litigation. You're given a case, you're given set of facts, you utilize your brain, you I'll say rather you start practicing law from that very point when you start participating in the moot courts. And that is a very important part of a law school and a law student. Each and every law student must must participate in as much moot court as they can, because it helps you understand the law. It helps you to understand how law is applied to a given set of facts. On the other hand, it also helps you to boost your confidence to appear before a court and how the matter should be presented. What are the things you should ignore? And while you are debating, it surely improves your communicating skill. And communicating skill is one of the main skill a person should have if he wants to excel in his litigation. These are the things.
Well said, sir. What, according to you, are some of the changes that should take place in the legal education?
For me, in legal education, for me, I'll just say that more practical learning should be incorporated. Yes, theoretical. Right now, what we come across, okay, BCI has a standard, okay, this, but there is no uniform syllabus for BLLB. There is no uniform syllabus for LLB. Let's suppose Chaudhry Charan Singh is running an old syllabus. ILI is, NLSI is running on its own syllabus. So there should be a uniform syllabus which each and every law student or law school should follow. And on the other hand, what I have come across that there are various law schools opening like mushrooms. So this hampers legal education to some extent. We should work on quality, providing quality education. We don't want quantity and advocates and quantity. We just want quality advocates. To be very honest, my seniors say that quality in our profession is worshipped. Be it now or later on, if you have the quality, people will come across to you. People will know you that okay, you are a particular person good in this field, and they'll surely approach you. It will be rewarded. So I'll conclude this question with an answer that more more importance should be given to the practical learning rather than theoretical. I agree, theoretical learning is also important, but since last 1 year, what I have seen that practical learning and theoretical learning was totally different for me. Though it helped me to know the laws. Okay, I read about the laws. I read 50 subjects. I read about the laws. It helped me, but practical aspect was totally different. So this is something we need to change.
All right, sir. On a concluding note, what would be your suggestion to the budding and upcoming lawyers?
My suggestion will be same, which I got from my senior, from my mentor, that be a thick-skinned person, have patience, be a hardworking student, be a hardworking lawyer, and never forget that lawyers are learners. Don't run for money. Have patience. Don't compare yourself with other senior advocates, other advocates who are senior than you in this profession, because whatever comes in our litigation comes with experience. Once you are experienced, once you are hardworking, once you have excelled in your career, absolutely things will come to your plate. But never run for money. Be very honest to your profession and keep on your hard work, and never forget that lawyers are learners. That's it.
All right, sir. Thanks a lot. And I'm extremely thankful to you for being with us and sharing your experience. I hope this would indeed be helpful for many law students as well. I again thank you for this, sir.
Welcome, welcome. It was very nice talking to you.
Nice, sir.
Okay. Thank you.